This is the core theme of Mandukya Upanisad. I have been submitting Mandukya Upanisad in simple English, not as one-to-one translation, but as core essence for all 12 mantras. Later, I shall read at all the mantras one by one in Sanskrit. For the interest of listeners, this Upanishad along with other main Upanishads are available from Advaita Ashram of Ramakrishna order. The focus of this Upanishad, that is Mandukya Upanishad, is to remind that the Supreme Consciousness or Atman is independent of time and space and location, to be realized in step by step through discrimination, and to do that the sound symbolism and word symbolism of Om to be performed as the key carrier or vehicle. Now, for an example, I shall read the first mantra, then go in English by and by. Let me read the first mantra in Sanskrit first, then I start reading in English. The essence of meaning, not word by word. Mantra number 1. Omitta dakshara midang sarvam tassopo vyakkhanam bhutang bhavat bhavishyaditi sarva monkaro eva jachanat trikalatitam tada ponkaro eva. Again I am reading. Amitte tadaksharang midang sarvam tassopavyakkhanam bhutang bhavat bhavishyaditi sarva monkaro eva jachanat trikalatitam tadapankaro eva. Now I read the first mantra, essence of the meaning, not word by word, in English as number 1. All is Om in time and beyond time. Any thought brings the proximity to Brahma or truth. Om is the associated proximity to Brahma or truth or supreme consciousness. It is in past, present, future and beyond the time concept. Floating in Om, one reaches to Om, the closest proximity to supreme knowledge. Om, Om, Om. Number 2, all is Brahma. What has been told or thought, all Brahma, for which keyword is Om, indicating supreme consciousness. This Atman, that is Jiva, carrying inside the consciousness, is Brahma. Brahma and its symbolism Om is same, one to one, same. This Atman or Brahma to be known by and by through four of knowing, four of knowing, and the last one is the fourth one, Turiyo. Turiyo is the exact knowing of supreme consciousness, that is Brahma. In next mantras shall take the performer to know the perception or feel or realize the states 1, 2, 3 to finally reach the fourth state, 4, known as Turiyo. Number 3, Vaishyanara. Vaishyanara is the first state of awareness in awake state of Jiva, the born one, who communicates with the Jagat or world through senses or indriyas or the sensory nerve mechanism. The body consciousness is fully awake then, and the physical activities are in action. Then the centers of awareness in the first state or Podo as Vaishyanara. Number 4, in dream state, while sleeping, the inner mind, having the genetics or sanskara of past vasana or greed, and who is aware of that greed propensity in the inner mind, he experiences such visualization in dream state as quanta of enjoyment or experiences, though then the indriyo activity in the first state is sleeping, but mind consciousness, but not the body consciousness, is active. That mind consciousness is known as Toijasa. Toijasa, different from Vaishyanara, and that is the second state of awareness of consciousness superior to first state, is called the second state as Toijasa. Number five, the third state of consciousness, free of waking state and dream state, free of any want and thought, in essence, in deep sleep and in peace of deep sleep, in restfulness and at the entrance door to dream state, Toijasa, or awakened state of Vaishyanara, that is first state or second state of consciousness, is Praggo. Also, the forward state of fourth state or Turiyo. So, the first state of consciousness is Vaishyanara and second state is Toijasa, and now the third state is Praggo. Then there are three states of existence by and by of class of consciousness, same consciousness as more subtle. Number 6 mantra, this supreme consciousness, ever bliss, even all-knowing, even source and sink of, ever source and sink of everything, even in peace, even the Antarjami, knows all being in the heart, is the governing and controlling consciousness. That is the essence of the third state of consciousness in deep sleep, Sushupti. A glimpse of it, a taste of it makes one ready for the next fourth state, the very fourth state. Number 7 mantra, the seventh mantra is the truth of the truth, Sattasya Sattam, of this Upanisad. It is telling that is Atman, that is to be known, that fourth state of pure consciousness. He is not Vaishyanara or Vishwa, that is not the first state, that is not the dream state, that is not the Toijasa, and he is not the transition of Vishwa or Toijasa. He is not the third state, that is Praggo. He is the end of knowing or anything to be known. He is calm, one may like to call Shiva. Nothing is other than him. The final realization after final discrimination, Viveka, he is the fourth state of knowledge. He is Atman. Only he is to be known. He is Turiya. This fourth is Turiya. Knowing or realization concludes here. That is beyond any word. This Turiya or fourth fourth station of understanding. Mantra number 8. It is being told here as indicative how to contemplate about Atman, that being the essence of consciousness. In this attempt, it is told Omkaro or Om is same in representing Atman, and this Om sound, when divided into 3 steps, it breaks into A, U, M. When synthesized it, it takes in audible form as Om to remember the Atman. Number 9. The first step in Om is A or O, that is, or O, Om, O, that represents the Vaishyanara or the awakened Jagat state, and knowing that for sure the practitioner of O in Om receives the fulfillment of life in Vaishyanara consciousness in the pure worldly sense. He receives and gets fulfilled in the Jagat or world as shining human being. Number 10 mantra. The second step in Om is U. O-U. U. U. That represents the Toijasa phase of consciousness in imagination and extending to further imagination like in dream. Then the Vijnanamoy kosha is more active, and the performer receives the support both from before and after states, and he is secured. In this lineage, the born one will be knower of Brahma, that is Atman, that is the supreme consciousness. The third step, this is now the 11th mantra. The third step in Om is Om, Mo, M, Mo, that represents the Pragya or Progya, that is Sushupti or Nirvana or the seeing state of consciousness. Practitioner comes home to state of total peace and bliss, being knower of all, being Brahmagya, conditioned for Turiya or Samadhi, and the practitioner becomes source of perpetual inspiration for spiritual practice through Om, O-U-M, Om, Shabda Brahma. Number 12, such qualified one in Onkaro enters into Turiyo or being merged into Brahma, or the final state of knowledge or truth and beyond word and mind, Bakko Manatit. In the language of Thakur Ramakrishna, the salt doll dissolves into the ocean of supreme consciousness and none comes out to tell anything further. Om Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamostu. But I am not concluding here. Now I have to read out the Mandukya Upanisad in Sanskrit one by one. Number 1. Omito daksha midang sarvam tassopovekhanang bhutang bhavat bhavishyaditi sarvamonkaro eva jachanat trikalatitam tadopponkaro eva. That was number 1. Number 2. Sarvam hetad brahma ayomatma brahma sohayomatma chatushpad. This ayomatma brahma, this particular mantra is one of the 4 Mahavakyas of Upanishad, as is well known. Number 3. Jagorito sthano bahi pragya saptango ekano vinshati mukha sthulo bhugoisha nara prathamo pado. Number 4. Sapno sthano hanta pragya saptango ekano vinshati mukho vikto bhuk তৈজস দ্বিতীয় পাদ. 5th one. যত্র সুপ্ত ন কাঞ্চন কামং কাময়তে ন কঞ্চন স্বপ্নং পশ্যতি তৎ সুষুপ্তম সুষুপ্ত স্থান একীভূত প্রজ্ঞান ঘন এবানন্দময় ঝে নন্দ ভূক চেত মুখ প্রাজ্ঞস্তৃতীয় পাদঃ. Number 6. এষ সর্বেশ্বর এষ সর্বজ্ঞ এষ হন্তর্যামে মেষ যোনি সর্বস্ব প্রভোবাপায়ং হি ভূতানাম. The 7th one, the most important. Nanto pragyam na bahi pragyam no bhayakta pragyam na pragyana ghanam na pragyam na pragyam adrishtam ব্যবহার্যম গ্রাহ্যম লক্ষণ চিন্তম ব্যাপ দেশ মে কাত্ম প্রত্যয়ং সারং প্রপঞ্চ পশমং শান্তং শিবমদ্বৈতং চতুর্থং মন্যতে স আত্মা সবিজ্ঞেয়. That was the 7th one. That was the 7th one. Let me find out the 8th one. Let me find out the 8th one. 7th after that. 8th one. Sohayo matmaha dhakshara munkaroho dhimatrang padang matrancho pada akaro ukaro makaro iti. 8th one. The 9th one. Jagorito sthano বৈশ্যানরহ কার প্রথমা মাত্রা আপতে রাদিমত্বাদ্দা আপনতি হ বৈ সর্বাং কামান আদিশ্চ ভবতি য এবং বেদ. That was the 9th one. Now the 10th one. স্বপ্ন স্থানস্তৈজস উকারো দ্বিতীয়া মাত্র কর্ষাদু ভয়ত্বাদাহা উৎকর্ষতি হ বৈ জ্ঞান সন্ততি সমানশ্চ ভবতি নস্যা ব্রহ্মবিদ কুলে ভবতি য এব বেদ. 11th one. 11th মন্ত্র. সুষুপ্ত স্থানং প্রাজ্ঞ মকার তৃতীয়া মাত্রা মিতের পিতের বাং মিতহি হ বা ইদং সর্বম পিতিশ্চ ভবতি য এবং বেদ. The 12th or the last mantra. Amatrascha turthoh ব্যবহার্যঃ প্রপঞ্চ পশম শিবঃ দ্বৈত এব অহংকার আত্মৈব সং বিশত্তাত্মনাত্মানং য এবং বেদ ইতি Mandukya Samapta. It is so much systematically explained that if one takes an attention, he is supposed to like it. Om Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamostu.